this because I'm doing this as sure we're live. Be at home by my lonesome. So we are in year 4 of the magical New Mexico Lobos experiment. We've gone from a 66 overall starting out to an 81. We've gone from the Mountain West to the Pac-12. And we have an interesting team this season. Obviously our best team going so far, so that's a good thing. It is all going to roll through redshirt sophomore Tremaine Everett. Kid was 6'4", recruited him. I want to say I got him as a transfer, actually. I can double check that because I don't think I recruited him out of high school. I think he's a transfer from Western Michigan. How did Western Michigan let this kid go? Probably because he wanted playing style and they didn't give it to him. But as you can see, he might not be here, but I think he might also, because I believe a redshirt sophomore, you can go to the NFL, which would be huge for me. This kid is going to be the straw that stirs the drink. We are changing our offense. We had Cole Welliver last year. He is no longer with us. He hit the transfer portal. We had an air raid offense that kind of tailored to Cole's strengths. Short passing, stay in the pocket, distribute to playmakers, let them do their thing. Tremaine Everett is not that guy. He's got 82 speed. He can throw from the pocket, though, with 91 throw power, 95 short, 99 medium, and 88 deep accuracy. This kid, throw on the run is 99, throw under pressure is 83, break sack is 88. This kid is a monster with silver extender, bronze dot, bronze mobile resistance. I'm only going to have him 1 year. So I've got to make the most of that year. So we are converting our offense to a power spread style offense, which is great news for a kid that's been here for 4 years now. He's been here for all 4 of them. I picked him up. He's one of the original Lobos. DJ McKinney is still here. He is now a redshirt senior, and boy howdy, I have run him into the ground, as you can see with his career wear and tear. But he has been a workhorse for us for 3 seasons now. It is going to be sad to see, probably for good reason. He will be our number 2 guy. He will be coming in situations where we can throw him a ball out of the backfield. He will no longer be our bell cow running back as he's been since year 2, really. We had Scottrey Humphrey year 1 with DJ, and DJ was his number 2 guy. He became the number 1 guy when Scottrey graduated, and he's been the number 1 guy for the last 2 years, but he's going to take a number 2 role going forward as we welcome in our transfer from, I want to say, Boise State. Could be wrong on that. I don't 100% remember, but I'll look real quick. No, USC. I knew it was a big school. So Jordan Washington comes in from Long Beach, California. 96 speed, 97 acceleration, by far the fastest guy we've had at the running back position ever. He carries a little light. That kind of worries me a little bit. But a kid who, if we can get him the ball in space, will make magic happen. He's very much in the same vein as McKinney. He's also a senior, so we only have him for the 1 season. Kind of hoping he can get drafted, but I don't know if he's going to as an 87 overall. We still have Muhammad Bullitt, who becomes the number 3 guy. He was the number 2 guy last year. He's a guy we're looking to build upon, and he's going to take the reins once these first 2 graduate. We've got some youth behind it, so we're not really looking. I don't think we're going to be looking for anybody in the running back room unless we find some speed or transfer portal. So this is not really a focus point for us. No fullbacks on the roster currently. We have a lot of wide receivers, and we have completely changed our arsenal. Gone is super stud Jordan Napier from last year. Guy was a monster for us, transferring in from San Diego State, give us 2 good seasons. And we replace him with another transfer, Jalen Elder from Madison, Georgia. A guy who has a little bit of speed. He's not a top-end burner guy, but 5'11", can get down the field. And we have our super guy from last year that we drafted. Listen to me in Madden speak. That we picked up in recruiting, Norman Bannon. This guy's a monster. He played a lot last year in the slot, was a great player for us last year. Star Dev was Star Dev last year. He is going to jet up like nobody's business. 660, silver downhill, and bronze balanced. He is going to be our number 2 guy, and he's going to move into the slot on 3 wide receiver sets. Eric Poole is going to get out there as well. He's got gold 50-50 as well. Not as fast as Norman, not as talented as Norman, but a guy. Our top 3 receivers are really good. And our depth is really, really nice right now for us. We got transfer Tommy Uliata. Normal dev, nothing really to speak home about. He's really just depth piece. Cornell Lucky, another guy we brought in via the transfer portal. Pardon the pun, we got a little lucky with this one. He's a sophomore coming in. Sorry, my cats are fussing. A guy I want to bring more into the offense this year, he's kind of been sitting for the last year or two. I want to bring Najee Cookbilla into the mix. I want to bring Najee in the mix because as a gadget player, he's got a little bit of throw power. Obviously, he's not a quarterback per se. 5'8", 204 with 93 speed. A guy I'd like to run some gadget plays with him in the backfield to maybe see if they got some. I know there's some trick plays in this Texas A&M playbook that a little bit I've looked over it, so maybe get him involved to run some trick plays. Jerron Short is a kid I picked up. A little bit smaller than I like, but I want to try and diversify our wide receiver room. He comes in with star development, 89 speed. A guy who might redshirt year 1, but a guy that I really want to try and build up and kind of partner up with Norman Bannon moving forward to give us some guys going out. Evan LeCount, a kid I picked up. He was a 1-star from New Mexico. I'm trying to get all the New Mexico prospects I can. Unfortunately, he's a 1-star guy. He's never going to be much of anything. I believe he's maxed out currently. But a kid I want to keep on the roster. Josh Duhan and Graham Tobias should pass him up in relative short order and get ahead of him a little bit. Tight end room is different as well. Darren McCullers has managed to avoid transferring out, even though playing style has been his deal breaker since he's been here. He is another one of the original Lobos. He is a fake player, but he is still one of the original Lobos. He's been here since day 1. He has blossomed from starting as a wide receiver. We've moved him to tight end year 1, and he has been a monster for us. He is no longer the starter, however, as we have star tight end Joel Melifonwu, who's going to jump in there and basically take over that role, a kid we picked up via the recruiting. I don't think we picked him up via transfer. Lawrence Dykes we did get via transfer portal. He's going to be our fullback, H-back style guy, mainly a blocker, but we did improve his catching a little bit in the offseason to try and help out a little bit. And then Steve Hogue is just a depth piece that we brought in to get some speed out there at the tight end position. I don't typically use tight end that much as far as from a receiving standpoint, but I'm going to try to moving forward. Offensive line is not much to write home about. Tony Cheeks in the offseason finally passed up Elvin Harris. He's also got silver ground and pound. I've been trying to work on getting some guys that can get some abilities, and it's been tough sledding. I'm going to try and work more on getting some better offensive linemen for years 5 and 6. If I'm still with New Mexico, we'll see. Finian Ganafo, boy, that's a rough one to say. I've had him since I believe the first offseason. A guy who's developed into a solid guard for us. Demarius Davis got passed up. So our senior leadership is kind of taking a backseat to our youth. Alex Casey is our starting center. We picked him up last year. Working on getting him some skills, but we got to get him some talent first. He's got to get better at pass blocking and run blocking. Rico Kareem is our starting right guard with Alejandro Goda, the former starter from last year, getting passed up in the offseason. But we have lots of depth here and lots of youth, which is always good to see. So our guard position is going to be locked up for quite a while. We picked up Shaquem Hagan's On the back end, we picked him up as I believe, a 2-star guard just to fill in the room a little bit. And right tackle, a kid I had to work to keep, but I'm so glad we kept him for one more year. Bennett Warren, I believe he's the guy we picked up transfer year 1, and we managed to hold on to him this long, even though our championship contender grade fell. A star dev guy that we nearly maxed out. He's got platinum strong grip, gold workhorse, and silver second level, so he's a monster on that side. We definitely want to run to that side whenever we can. And then, unfortunately, behind him, it's a little weak, so if he does get hurt, we're going to be in trouble, and he has propensity to get injured in games, so that's one problem. We don't have a lot of depth behind him at the tackle spot. We need to work on that. In recruiting, at our edge spots, we've got senior Gray Smith going to be leading the charge on the left side with 3 freshmen behind him. We got Dom Clark, we've got Heath Vildor, and we've got Devontae Turbin. The one good thing I will say about these youth that are coming in is they all have at least impact development, which is huge. I really made it a point in the offseason to try and get some edge players that could improve a lot more than what I had already. I basically had all normal dev players at my edge spots. Everybody was normal dev. I think everybody was normal dev on the front 4. Like every player was normal dev. I didn't have any impact, no star, no elite. I've at least got some impact players that will hopefully grow into the role. We'll have to see what happens with them moving forward. Hopefully they'll stick around. We got championship contenders, Coach Prestige and Proximity to Home. Coach Prestige and Proximity to Home obviously will be easier to keep around than the championship contender, especially in the Pac-12. On the right side, we got Manny Laporta, who was a freshman All-American last year. I was hoping his dev trait would go up, but it did not, unfortunately. Last year, Channing Ruman was really good for about 5 or 6 games, and then got hurt, I believe, in a sim I had to do against Texas A&M, and got hurt for the entire year, blew out his knee. So that sucked for him, but he's a guy that I'm hoping will grow a little bit. But Manny Laporta kind of shot up after last year. He kind of took over after Ruman got hurt, and kind of just solidified himself as a guy to play that role. He had 33 tackles, 7.5 sacks, 1 interception, dropping back into coverage. So he proved that he could do a little bit of everything. But mainly his focus is going to be going after the passer, and hopefully he gets better. You can see a lot of youth on this front end as far as from the edge side, and then in the middle, again, a good solid chunk of youth. We brought in Kevin Otis and Stuart Sullivan. I wanted to get some guys that could stop the run, because we definitely hurt in run defense last year. A lot of our guys were good at getting after the quarterback, but not good at run defense. And this, I'm hoping, with Otis and Sullivan, I'm hoping that'll help plug that middle up a little bit. Maurice Olasini also brought in as well to kind of help with those gap specialist techniques. As Pineda, these guys are great pass rushers. They are not good in run defense, so that's why they got pushed down the depth chart. We'll see them still on passing downs, maybe in nickel packages. We'll still see them out there, sub them in, but they're going to be more of a backseat role moving forward. And then we got Stevie Sampson, who's a red shirt. So as you can see, we have only one impact guy, and he's a senior. He's the one senior we have, so we still need some work there to get some guys up a little bit as far as talent goes there. At the Sam position, though, at the linebacker spots, I have not had any issues with getting quality linebackers. Tommy Fallon's been a beast. He's undersized at 5'11", 235, but this kid just knows how to play ball. Star Dev, blow up and wrap up. He's a sure tackler. He will hit you where it hurts. And behind him is Colt Brink, Tyler Roche. At the middle spot, God, I love J.P. Bodker. My goodness gracious, he's been such a godsend for us. Our first 4-star commit we ever got at New Mexico, first year. He's been playing ever since. He's been starting ever since. He's a monster in the middle, 6'2", 228, can sack the quarterback, can play pass defense, can pick off passes, literally can do everything and anything for this team. And behind him, Elijah Menendez. Jabu Huff is a guy I'm hoping will kind of take those reins moving forward. And then Tyree Chamlin is a guy we picked up just for depth piece, I believe, in the transfer portal. Manny Dull's anchoring our Will side, but I'm hoping that he eventually gets passed by some of these guys behind him. Conrad Ornberger. You can see we're losing a little bit of team speed back here, but in the nickel packages, we typically play Fallon and JP Bodker. I'm hoping that we don't hardly ever play a base set, but when we do, Manny Dull does a pretty good job. He got the 89 acceleration, which helps him in coverage and get to a spot, although he is a step slow. He is good in coverage, but I mean, he's good in zone anyway. He's got solid pass rush skills. He's nothing to write home about, but he's a guy that, basically he's the third of our 3 starting linebackers. Back here is where I hope we can make a difference, and that is in our secondary. Starting back here, we got Chris Holmes from transfer portal, we got LeVar Johnson from transfer portal. I was really, really looking forward to this kid because he popped in, and I saw 96 speed, and I'm like, finally, some speed. He's capped out. He is literally cannot get any better. He's a 79 overall for life. Chris Holmes got better in the offseason and passed him. Actually, LeVar Johnson, before training results, was our best corner. As you can see, Chris Holmes got past him. We got Timmy Oki, who's also got some good speed, a junior. We've got a lot of upperclassmen in the top end, not seniors, but upperclassmen. We've got some sophomores in the back end to hopefully pick up. Duke Sandlin. Lester Duck is a guy I recruited, although he's normal dev. I'm hoping he can get some playing time and get improved this season. Lawrence McKee is a guy we picked up via transfer, I believe. Danny Berry, Pat Lambeau, and Dalton Crothers is a guy we recruited who's got impact dev, so that's a good start, but 64 overall is not going to crack the lineup. He's more than likely going to redshirt this year unless a nightmare scenario happens. At the safety spot, we have Max Raggy, who comes in as a impact. Really not a whole lot to write home about back here. I'd really like to start Jonathan Parkey more than Max Raggy because of the fact that we have the house call robber combo. However, Max Raggy's man coverage is ridiculous, so I might try and sneak him in as play him like I did Rashad Ray, who left via the transfer portal this offseason. He was a guy that was a safety. I converted him to corner in the first offseason I had him, and then lost him this past offseason. He's a step slow, which I don't care for, but he'd be a good box-style press coverage corner corner type that could play in tight quarters. I wouldn't want to trust him running seam routes on somebody, but I think I could trust him playing short, especially in tight man coverage, because that man coverage skill is off the charts for a safety. And then a strong safety. This kid is a converted linebacker, another one of my originals. There's not many of them left since we're in year 4, but Josh Perry is one of them. This guy moved from linebacker to safety, was slow for a safety, got star development, and now he is an 86 speed safety with some decent cover skills back there. He can thump a little bit. He's really more of a cornerback build, a safety build, than he was a linebacker, so I moved him back to his spot. And then you have Elijah Newell, who's got platinum house call, as does Josh Perry. So we definitely want you throwing balls back here in our secondary, because we will try and go get them. But they are both seniors, so we're going to need some depth here moving forward. Hashim Nijman is a redshirt freshman with impact dev, but he's got a ways to go yet. And then our kicking and punting situation is pretty solid. Zach Cleveland, the bad news is he won't get any better at kick power. The good news is he's already at 90 kick power, and that's plenty enough for me. He's also a junior, so I'm not looking to replace him anytime soon. No point looking at anybody unless he leaves via the transfer portal. And he's got proximity to home as his deal breaker. He's not going anywhere. And then my punter is Stefan Khaled, who's got gold coffin corner and silver deep range, 93 kick power, impact dev. Only worry is he might transfer in the offseason due to championship contender. But that is your season 4 of VCFA, season 11 overall. I can't believe we've done 11 seasons already in a year and a half. But that is your season 4 Lobos. We are going to rely heavily on Tremaine Everett. We're going to have to rely on his arm and his legs because there's not much behind him. We're going to rely on the dual threat of Jordan Washington and DJ McKinney with some Muhammad Bullitt mixed in for good measure. And then our wide receivers, we're going to lean on Norman Bannon. We're going to lean on Jalen Elder. We're going to lean on Eric Poole. And our depth, carry us through. We're going to work in Najee Kubila in some sets as well. We're going to have some special spots for him. But we are looking forward to this. Year 2 in the Pac-12. Oh, it's going to be a tough challenge, but we are looking forward to it. We are hoping that we can get better than mid-table this year. We finished 8-5 our first year in the Pac-12. We're going to hopefully improve on that. We're looking for 10 wins this year, and we're hoping to maybe sneak into a playoff spot if we can. But that's long, tall order. We'll see what happens. But hopefully our Lobos get off to a good start. We'll see you out there on the field.